Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. A lot to talk about. We are, signing day will be Wednesday, David. Auburn right now has bumped the class up to 15 commits. We've gone from somewhere in the 50s range in the composite to ranked in the 30th ranked class right now, 26th ranked if you just look at 24/7 and their rankings. So Auburn has made a nice step forward. There's a lot of guys that were in town this weekend, a lot of guys that Auburn is still looking at and trying to get to be committed to this class. There were several. I think there was a couple of more flips this weekend.
Andy?
Yes, sir.
Merry Flipmas.
It is a Flipmas kind of season. 'Tis the season to be flipping.
That's right.
So hopefully that will continue. There's some pretty big fish out there that Auburn's got a chance at. We'll see what happens with that, but nonetheless, we'll kind of look at that class a little bit and look at some of the guys that Auburn is hoping to sign. I think we're coming into a dead period now. That was Sunday, so not a lot of contact going to be going on. We'll just have to wait and see what happens on Wednesday. But the transfer portal, really could be really good to Auburn this year. Hopefully that will be the case. Auburn's still looking at quite a few guys in that transfer portal. So we will take a look at that. Auburn on the road at USC last night or yesterday afternoon. There was some good, there was some bad. Auburn ends up losing the game 74-71. They'll play Washington on Wednesday out in that kind of West Coast swing they're taking right now. So we'll probably open with that, but bowl games going on. Another bowl game today or this afternoon, immediately following the Auburn Blitz. Marshall and UConn, the World Cup. I know a lot of people don't like soccer, but if you are ever going to watch, now look, I mean, most people base it on because they've watched the United States play. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Go watch Argentina and France play. Yeah, that was that was fantastic.
The effort is amazing.
It was just, I mean, the passing, the technique, the skill that those guys, they're on a different level, and that was just a phenomenal game. It was really fun to watch. I don't know. I'd encourage anybody to go watch the replay. You might. If you don't think soccer's exciting, go watch that. Go watch the second half of that game. It was really fun to watch. So just that. We'd love to hear from you. As always, love to get your thoughts. 256-234-6221. Merry early Christmas to all of you out there, and hope you have a great week. I know a lot of people probably taking a few days off this week. That's a good thing. And certainly we will probably do that as well. At least I know I will. David, let's open with out in Los Angeles, Auburn and USC. Wendell Green played, but ineffective. So you're down your leading scorer.
Yeah.
You have 23 turnovers in this game, and you lose by 3.
Yeah.
The good news is if you just play, normal, you win this game.
Yeah.
Bad news is 23 turnovers and sloppy. But I you look at these games a lot more technically than I do, so I will cede the floor to you and let you break this game down a little bit.
Well, I'm going to slide right in where you left off, and what I have to say is this: when your point guard's not on the floor, everything's discombobulated.
Right.
And we hadn't found another guy that can be Wendell Green. Now, I've heard people be critical of Wendell. That's fine. You go ahead. He's our starting point guard. That's like your quarterback. And that hurt. Andy, the other notes that I had, and I had, we had our big production at the church last night. So we're in our choir room getting ready to go perform, and my wife's got the game on her phone in there. So I didn't get to watch the first half. I forgot to tape it. We taped the second half. So I watched the second half, and I turned it on, and we're up 6. I said, oh, yeah. But the turnovers, we were just so out of control. KD drove under the basket one time and then threw the ball out to somebody in
Nobody.
Yeah, one guy with season tickets on the sideline. And defensively, I know Broom was frustrated. You have to adjust your defensive play to how the officials are calling the basketball game. And our guys were frustrated because they weren't getting away with a lot of the stuff we normally get away with down here in the dirty South, the SEC. They were a little more finesse. And then you're right, 23 turnovers, we lose by 3, and you're just going, good gosh, come on. But, look, we're 9-2.
Yeah.
We're not jumping off the boat yet. We still got – but I told you this last week, we don't want to go out on the West Coast and have 2 stinkers and come back and here comes Florida. But it was just a very unfortunate loss. We could have won the basketball game, but we did not.
No.
So.
Like I said, there was positives and there were negatives. Positives, the rebounding was better.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Donaldson looks like he may be the guy stepping up.
Yeah.
Chance Westry, nowhere to be, found.
Yeah.
He played 1 minute and had 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah.
But like you mentioned, KD Johnson, it's 6 turnovers. Come on, man. You got it.
6 points. And
6 points and 6 turnovers.
In 26. Here's the thing, Andy. The guys that are playing, well, Jalen, and I hope Jalen's okay.
Yeah,
his side of his face
fall.
hit that floor. I hope he's not in concussion protocol Wednesday. But 27 minutes, 8 points. Flanagan, 25 minutes. Well, Flanagan played better, especially down the stretch. But Chris Moore, 19 minutes, 5 points. Zep, 24 minutes. So we've just got to get some guys producing more points. But there again, when your starting point guard is not in the flow of the game, it's a different deal. Ask anybody that's coached the game before. That's like losing your starting quarterback. So I'm going to hang my hat on that and hope that we bounce back Wednesday with a little bit.
Auburn's one of the things that we've talked about this whole season, and Bruce Pearl's talked about quite a bit, is that one of the big strengths of this team is the depth. Now, do you have to start at this point looking and saying, okay, well, this is not – I don't know if that's working for us.
Giving some guys less time.
Do we need to narrow down the rotation a little bit? And if that's the case, who is getting less minutes?
Well, I promise you, when league play starts, and when Bruce says depth's one of our strengths, what Bruce is talking about is especially from a conditioning standpoint. When you play more guys, that last 10 minutes of the game, fresh legs means a ton. Okay, so that's one positive to more depth. But there's a lot to what you're saying there, Andy, and we can dig into that. As for right now, I would venture to guess who we're going to opt out and opt in because it's just been so schizophrenic.
Well, Westry's minutes have gone down.
Yeah.
That's one thing. He's one of the casualties.
Yeah.
You wonder, Yohan Traore. I mean, he had one nice 3, but he's,
that's all.
10 minutes, and that's it. I mean, he doesn't even have – and, again, Zep Jasper, he played a little bit better, but his stats are just not – he's not doing anything but sitting out there and taking a few threes. Mm-hmm. And that's basically, pretty much all he's doing. Yeah. So we'll see. Y'all on TV now. I don't know if that's a question or a statement from Ty there. If we are on TV. So okay. So maybe we were a little bit late, perhaps coming on, but we are on Facebook Live. You can always catch us on WOTM. Hopefully, we may be a little bit late, but maybe our old pal James will give him a call if we're not.
James set him straight,
and he will get him. He'll get him straight. If not, we will call him and we will get him straight. But WOTM, WAXC TV on your Spectrum cable dial. You can always catch us on the Sportz Blitz Facebook page. That's Facebook Live and Sports with a Z there. So comment away. We'll get to as many of those as we can throughout the show today. Again, Auburn falling to USC. USC, they were a pretty good team. I mean, they seem like a bubble tournament team.
I take that Boogie Ellis.
He's a good player.
Dropped 28 on us.
He's a pretty good player.
Yeah.
But they ended up winning 74-71. Auburn, they played. They had a surge there toward halftime. Like you said, they ended up taking a 6-point lead, but they come out of the second half. And I think at one point we had 12 points and 12 turnovers in the second half. In the second half alone, we had 12 points and 12 turnovers. And that, like halfway through, it was just very, very sloppy with the ball. And just can't do that, especially on the road.
Really miscombobulated on offense.
Yeah.
No question.
No question. So we will go ahead and take our first break of the day, but never fear, we'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC.
No monthly payments until springtime at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. New Chevy Silverado 1500 trucks discounted up to $9,250 off. Chevy Equinox up to $5,500 off, or payments as low as $369 a month. Shop online anytime at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way at Glenn Smith and Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. They are saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage, closing loans in about 15 days. So for all your mortgage needs, whatever they might be, give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. They are located right here in Alexander City, and they are always looking out for your best interest, serving the entire state of Alabama. Got some comments coming through. We'll get to some of those. Brett says, going to be a long season. We can't stop the other team's best player. Memphis and now USC had a guy beat us basically by himself. The excessive turnovers are inexcusable. Yeah, our defense seems to be letting us down a little bit after we got off to such a good start, and kind of we're hanging our hat on that to kind of keep us in games. It is keeping us in games, giving us an opportunity. But if we can't take advantage of it, there again, I mean, you know, we do make 8 threes in this game, but the turnovers are just absolutely killing us. And if you give other teams, you know, more possessions and more opportunities and second chance points and all these kind of, I mean, it just, Auburn's not good enough to overcome those kind of things right now.
Well, and to Brett's point, I'll extend on that. I think we'll be fine in Neville Arena, but I said this last week. We have to learn to win at neutral sites and on the road. We just, everybody knows when they come into Neville, it's going to be tough to win, regardless of what kind of team we have, just because of the atmosphere. And we'll win our share in Neville, but I'm really worried about our road trips this year. So
yeah, that's going to be a challenge for sure.
Yeah.
Ty says, what do y'all think about getting flips to Auburn? Why don't we see more of Berman on the floor?
I can answer that.
Okay.
Ty, I go to practice a good bit, and just from an athletic standpoint, Berman is a great spot-up shooter if we're playing against a zone. You know, against teams that pressure, it's hard for him to create shots, and a little bit of a liability on defense. That's why, and I love Leor Berman, and he's a crowd favorite. But that's basically why.
That one shot he threw up against Georgia State, I mean, he had a wide open look. He missed by about 2 feet.
Well,
he's kind of seems like he may have lost his confidence.
Well, he hadn't been on the floor. That's another thing. Yeah. So, but that's basically why.
Yeah. Hopefully that, you know, you maybe. Well, we'll see. We're talking about slimming the roster now. You know,
but Andy, why not give Leor some more time if some of these other guys aren't going to produce?
Well, yeah. I mean, if they're not producing any, you're not getting anything out of them. Maybe you do get somebody.
Yeah.
And hopefully Wendell, you know, that ankle gets a little. I don't know if it'll be better against Washington, but
3 days. Well, you saw the first half. I did not. He started, correct?
I didn't see the beginning of the game.
Okay.
But I don't know if he actually started on the floor or not. But I know, he ended up playing 12 minutes.
Well, evidently, what I read was that he just could not go. He could not go any
I think
further.
he played a little bit. I don't think he played at all in the second half.
I didn't see him.
He played a little bit in the first. But so Auburn's got Washington on Wednesday. Washington is 9-3 as well. So it'll be I think it's pretty much about the same.
Mm-hmm.
They lost an ugly game earlier, but they're a pretty decent team.
Yeah. And
much like USC, so it'll be a challenge. You open up in the SEC, Florida at home. Florida's 7-4 on the year. At Georgia, that'll be Arkansas, though, that'll be a major challenge at home.
Yeah.
And then at Ole Miss, where Auburn has notoriously struggled. Mississippi State, who's undefeated as we speak.
Yeah.
Now, their out-of-conference schedule has not been a murderer's row by any means, but they are 11-0 at LSU and at South Carolina. So LSU's 10-1 right now. South Carolina 5-6. So it's going to be a challenging opening stretch to the SEC season. So,
and Andy, let me say that I think Brett and Luke talked about this on the Sportz Blitz the other night, and of course then Alabama turns around and loses in Birmingham, but they lost to Gonzaga.
Yeah, that's an entertaining game.
Man, yeah,
boy, Drew
190 points.
Drew Timmy's pretty good.
Oh, well, that's like the Alabama freshman that's so good. I can't remember his name.
Miller.
Yeah, he said, man, that guy's footwork's better than and fundamentally, Timmy is he's another Bill Walton.
Kevin McHale.
Yeah, Kevin. I don't know if he'll end up having the career those two guys did, but from a fundamental standpoint, he's about as solid as they get. But kudos to Oates. Their non-conference schedule has been ridiculous. And they'll be a team to watch in the league because that non-conference schedule will help them in some tough games down the road.
I had no question about that. We got to take another break here, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of these flips that Ty was just referring to from head coach Hugh Freeze really doing some work on the recruiting trail, trying to bolster this class. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Merry Flipmas.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial building. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and